Now we go to 171 pounds.
From Ohio, Neider. From Pennsylvania, Burroughs.
And we have two state champions here in the black singlet. From Ohio, Sam Neider. And in the maroon singlet from Pennsylvania, Nate Burroughs. Sam Neider, a two-time state champion, Division I from St. Edward High School in Lakewood, Ohio, one of the storied wrestling programs in the nation. Third in the state as a sophomore. And Nate Burroughs from Oxford High School was the Class AA state champion in Pennsylvania this year. Both of these wrestlers outstanding in the classroom as well as on the mat. Sam Neider, #2 in his class at St. Edward with a grade point average of 4.5 on a 4-point scale. He'll be an engineering major at Northwestern University, where he'll also wrestle next year. And Nate Burroughs with a 3.73 grade point average on a 4-point scale, and also a 1270 on the SAT. He's looking at a couple of Ivy League schools among his college choices. So both these guys can do it in the classroom as well as on the mat.
Burroughs not showing a typical 71-pounder size here.
Neider with the single leg shot and a nice trip out, a kick out to the takedown, and a 2-0 lead.
Real nice. He took that single right upstairs, foot sweep right to his back.
27 seconds left in the first period. Neider finishes the takedown. He leads 2-0. Neider was 38-0 this year, career record of 126-19, and he accomplished something this year that no other wrestler in the history, the 57-year history of the Ohio State tournament, has accomplished. He pinned his way through the sectional, district, and state tournaments, the entire state tournament series. As we have a stall warning against Neider on top. 8.9 seconds left to go in the first period.
Fans have a different opinion of that.
And now a sit out and turn by Nate Burroughs for the escape. And that'll do it for the first period. 2-1 in favor of Sam Neider of Ohio in the black singlet. That was 12 consecutive pins in the state tournament series for Sam Neider. He wound up with 26 pins for the year. Amazing, almost half of them in the state tournament series. That's quite an accomplishment.
That's finishing out your year right.
Nate Burroughs was 35-1 this year on the way to the AA state title, and 125-17 career record as Burroughs gets the escape and a 2-2 match. We just started the second period here in the 171-pound weight class. Burroughs with the double leg and unable to work up as we got a stalemate.
Now, I know in Pennsylvania, Rob, AA, AAA, that's strictly school size. Is that across the board, across the nation? Is that?
Well, it varies from state to state.
Pretty much
certainly. The enrollment classes, as it goes across the nation, are by size. Pennsylvania with 2 classes, generally that's generally about the nationwide average. Most states have from 2 to 3 classes. There are some very big states, of course, with only 1 class still. New York and California, 2 of the biggest states in the country, still only with 1 class in their state wrestling tournament. New Jersey with 1 class. Indiana with 1 class. So still some very big states with only 1 true state champion. Pennsylvania with 2 classes, and as you look at Nate Burroughs getting some treatment for a nosebleed. Ohio has 3 classes, and as do most states seem to have about 3. But certainly it's an admission that the very small schools need some help in wrestling, of course, with 13 holes to fill in a lineup. Certainly it's very important that schools have the opportunity to compete against schools their own size on a statewide level.
I'm just trying to, establish where that myth where AA, the quality of the kid, is not the same as AAA or 4A in some states. And that is far from the truth. It's just a matter of the school size for the most part.
It's a matter, usually, of the number of good kids you'll see at a weight. Certainly in most states, the good kid, the state champion at the lower class in most cases, will probably be as outstanding as the wrestler at the bigger class. But you might have 4 or 5 good kids at the larger classes, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 at the lower class. That's usually where the difference is. It's just a matter of more numbers, but usually you'll find that outstanding kid as often at a smaller school as you will at a bigger school. Ready to go. Nate Burroughs has had his nose patched up, and we're underway. 2-2 the score here in the 171-pound final. And now Nate Burroughs in on the single leg shot. A lot of good action here, but no points yet. Now Burroughs trying to spin behind and can't finish. And once again, we'll get some work on a nosebleed. This is the second match in a row we've had some stoppages for blood after we had some pretty good luck most of the final round. And once again, you see Nate Burroughs getting a patch in that nose.
Doctor's taking his turn at a shot at plugging a bloody nose.
Now Sam Neider's all wiped up. Looks like the mat's pretty much wiped up. And we're ready to go. 1:11 left in the second period. A couple more spots here. 2-2 the score. Sam Neider's toughest match in this tournament was his first one. 6-4 decision over Joe Watson of Florida, who came back to finish third in this tournament. Since that win, 6-4 win over Watson, nip and tuck match all the way. He's had a technical fall, a pin, and a major decision. And Nate Burroughs has had 2 pins, an 11-4 decision, and a 15-3 decision. So he's been pretty dominating throughout this tournament. More good action. Again, no points. And again, Burroughs has to have the nose patched. Third time in this period. 56 seconds to go.
Both wrestlers with nothing real fancy on their feet, pretty much just brawling, trying to gain some inside position. With a 2-2 bout, I'm not sure what their thoughts are. But maybe getting back to basics, get some singles or some high crotches going. Seems like they're both going up top on each other.
Well, certainly with over 3 minutes gone here, only 1 takedown so far. Now we see Nate Burroughs. Looks like he's got that nose patched up, and now he'll get a drink. Certainly both wrestlers aware that maybe the next takedown wins this match, and certainly whatever shot they take, they want it to be a good one. You don't want to give up anything cheap in a match like this.
160-pound place winners, would you please take your places in the chairs?
You're going to have to refill that sanitizer bottle pretty soon.
We've used a lot of it in the last 2 matches, that's for sure. 56 seconds left here in the second period. Still a 2-2 score between Sam Neider of Lakewood, Ohio St. Edward in the black singlet and Nate Burroughs of Oxford, Pennsylvania in the maroon. Neider with the advantage right now with the first period takedown. And now Burroughs in on the single. Right off the whistle. Not able to improve on it at this point. Neider looking for the crossface. And he's got Burroughs back to stage one. 30 seconds left in the second period. Both wrestlers trying to snap down here. And now another duck under try and a nice come out from behind by Neider on the counter and a takedown.
Burroughs with a beautiful high crotch and just tried to run out the back door there, or out the front door, I'm sorry, and Neider coming out the back door just held on for two.
And another stoppage for blood. 8 seconds left in the second period. Second takedown of the match for Sam Neider from Ohio. And he now leads 4-2.
160 pound plate winner.
And once again, they'll work on the nose of Nate Burroughs from Pennsylvania.
Burroughs on the bottom. Neider on top. Finishing out the second period. And the score holds 4-2.
No change there in the final 8 seconds, and we got 1 period to go, and Sam Neider will take the bottom position as we start the third period. Neider leads 4-2. Neider with the stand-up, trying to peel off the hands, and he's got the escape. 5-2 now. Neider leads, and he right in, back on the offense.
Oh, God, that was sweet.
Pretty double underhook and a trip.
That was great. That was great. Came up perfect, trip.
And obviously all the stoppages for blood have not distracted Sam Neider.
Neider using great match sense, staying on the offense.
Burroughs standing up for the escape. Nothing doing. Neider brings him right back down. And they go off the mat. 1:13 left to go. Once again, we'll have a repair to Nate Burroughs' nose, and we see Dr. Tom Martin there, who's been a busy man these last 2 matches. Once again, patching up Nate Burroughs. 1:13, and we're ready to go again. 7-2 lead for Sam Neider of St. Edward, Lakewood, Ohio. 2-time Division I state champion, looking to become a national high school champion. Burroughs spinning out for the escape, and now we're going to have a locked hands call coming against Sam Neider. Burroughs wants to try to come out from behind and get the reversal as well.
Burroughs got a low leg if he can drop it.
Locked hands call is all we get. 1 point for Nate Burroughs. That cuts the lead to 7-3. He'll go back to the bottom with 44 seconds to go. And Sam Neider with the optional start gives up the escape. It's 7-4 inside of 40 seconds. And Neider once again goes on the offense.
30 seconds.
Neider with the double underhook. Inside of 20 seconds.
Oh.
And they go off the edge of the mat. 14 seconds left to go. 7-4, Sam Neider of Ohio in the black singlet in the lead. Final seconds ticking off. Sam Neider still on the offense.
That's great.
And that's the way it's going to end up. 7-4. The winner, Sam Neider from Ohio.
We've been seeing a lot of wrestlers just take this third period and run with it. Some interesting bouts, 2 3-point bouts, and one of the athletes just take that third period and run away with it.
I think that's really the mark of a champion, you know. Really, you see so many wrestlers just trying to sit on that lead, hold that lead, and a lot of times just give it away. But a lot of these kids have not done that, and that's the reason they've been able to hold on and even improve to become the state champion.
God, that's a coach's nightmare, too. Seeing your kid out there trying to sit on a lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National High School Coaches Association would like to acknowledge the following supporting companies.
We'll have the 189-pound final coming up. And the presentation of the awards to the All-Americans at 160 pounds. We'll also have a conversation with Sam Neider coming up.
With Sam Neider from San Edward High School, two-time Ohio champion, national champion. Sam, great match.
Thank you. It's pretty tough.
How does the stoppage affect you?
It's hard because my strategy is to wear kids out, and when they get to keep taking breaks, it's hard for me to keep my concentration, and they get their win back, so I just stay focused for this one.
Now, you finished very strong.
Yeah, it's a national championship match. If I didn't finish strong, I would kick myself in the butt. So I try to finish strong.
Sam, best of luck at Northwestern.
Thank you.